Michael Milner. Do we have sound? Do we have sound? There we are. Here we are. Hey, you guys, welcome to Redeemer Youth Kickoff. We are here. I'm so pumped that you guys are in the room with us. If you're watching live, we are so excited that you would join us as well. Which, for all of you guys in the room, did you guys know that we're going to be live every single week now, too? Yeah, it's happening. Okay, if we haven't met before, my name is Brian. I'm the youth director here at Redeemer.
My name is Baco, and I am part of the MC team.
MC volunteer, and I don't know. You're going to see our faces a lot. That's what we are.
Yeah.
So we are super excited that you guys are here with us tonight. Again, if you're in the room, you guys know that this is going to look a lot different than it always has. So if this is your first week, then it's all the same. Don't worry about it. But if you've been here before, you've been here last year, years prior, you know this is going to look a little bit different, but we're excited about it. And so, yeah, let's make these nights as awesome as we can. So with that, we need to start with a couple, let's just kind of, here's the scoop of what's going to be happening. If you're in the room, if you're meeting live over YouTube, this is what we got. So let's start in the room. Baca, we got our list of stuff that we can walk us through. Let's, get us started.
All right. First one, doors open at 6:10. We don't open earlier. You can come earlier, but you guys are just going to be outside.
So you'll be locked outside until 6:10. So if you're showing up in person, don't get here before 6:10. Doors are locked. Secondly, masks are required at all time unless, hey, you're up here on the stage with us and we say you can't wear a mask. Then from dying. That's what this is all about.
Or at least save me from dying.
At least, well, okay, yeah. We're about keeping Baco healthy because really he's the real deal around here. Okay, one of the things that I want for you guys is that when you're here, I want you to actually engage here. All right, so in person, when you're here, I want you to actually be present in the room here. So what that means practically is when you step foot into this space, turn your phone on silent, turn it off, put it on airplane mode, engage with what's actually happening here. That if you actually want to have an experience here that's worth coming back to, you got to be present here, all right? So do whatever you need to do to keep your phone from being a distraction while you're here, all right?
Mm-hmm. We're humans, we eat, drink, and we have to expel those liquids and fluids.
Keep your expelling to a minimum.
At any time except when we are at service, And also we have a minimum of 2 people, maximum of 2 people in the bathroom. Sorry.
A minimum of 2 people, we just want to keep each other safe. Grab someone's hand, I need to go potty. That's how it's going to work. Sorry, I've got 2 kids. Potty is like what it is. All right. So yeah, no more than 2 people in these bathrooms at a time. Please use the bathrooms before and after. If you're like getting up in the middle of the message, or middle of work, like that's just weird, all right? Again, be present here. Go bathroom before you get in here. Also, on that note of like eating and expelling, and that was a weird way to go about it, but for right now, at least, when we're going to start off this year, we are not going to be serving any food or beverages, all right? Please don't bring any foods into the building. You can bring water or your own beverages, whatever, that's totally fine. But we're not going to be serving any of those, at least for this first chunk of the year. But
we're still giving away prizes.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
So you still might get some like food prize things, just don't eat them while you're here, okay? Please bring them home with you and eat them, in the car ride home, or I don't know, whatever. So, all right, you got the next one?
Yeah, sure. During worship, you can stand, raise your hand, sing too. Our worship team has prepared some incredible worship to sing over you and help connect your heart with God. Anything else?
Yeah, so with worship, kind of what we're asking you guys to do when you're present in the room here. Again, one of the things that just research and stuff shows that when you're singing and when you're raising your voice loud, you spit more, okay? So we're asking you guys not to actually sing with your voices, but to, you can still stand, you can still raise your hands, you can still be engaged in worship just in other ways right now. Our worship team has created a bunch of great sets, have kind of taken on a new way of doing worship where we want to be able to sing over you, to sing with you as you can just receive the worship night in, night out, okay? So, but for now, we're asking you guys to not sing or to just sing really, really under your breath, all right? that would be awesome. And then lastly, again, if you're new here, this means nothing, but if you've been around here for a while, this is a little change. Sunday nights are going to end at 8 o'clock p.m. Okay, so we're not ending at 8:30, we're ending at 8. All right, that may change later in the year, but for now, 8 o'clock is when we will be ending the night. So if you are here in person, those are some things for you guys to know. But Baco, what about if you are watching online? What are the expectations? What are some things that we got for people
Well, if you're
online?
watching online, we will start the stream at 6:20 with some pre-service funds. And
Yeah, so the live stream is going to start at 6:20. We got some really good stuff planned for you guys. Baco and I and a couple other people are going to be doing a pregame show every single week, really specifically for anybody who is watching over the live stream. And so 6:20, be there. We got some fun planned for you with that. Again, if you're watching over the live stream, just like if you were to be here in present, I want you to be present with us in this space, okay? I want you to actually be here. So if you're watching this live stream on your phone, great. Turn all the other notifications off, all right? If you're watching on a laptop or an iPad or something, put your phone away, engage here, all right? So if you're watching over the live stream, I really, truly want to encourage you to be present as much as you can here throughout the entirety of the service.
all right. Make sure you connect with your growth groups 5 minutes after the service ends. We have the Zoom ID. We'll probably give it to you after.
Yeah, you'll see the Zoom ID come up in a little bit.
Yeah.
So, and this is something for all of you guys in person to know as well. If you are not able to show up one of these nights, again, the option to live stream is there. But if you are just not able to come any night, not only can you live stream, but you can also connect to your growth group over Zoom. All right, so we'll explain more of that in just a second, but that is going to be an option for you to connect digitally for the entirety of the night. So with that, Baco, let's shift gears. Let's make a couple of quick announcements, which really have everything to do with the live stream. So if you guys are here, here's kind of what we're going to be providing for you. So again, the live stream is going to be happening over YouTube via our YouTube channel. So at RedeemerMN is going to be our YouTube channel. So if you're watching the live stream, if you're watching on YouTube, you already know this, but otherwise, that is where you can find us, is at RedeemerMN on YouTube. That's so you guys can connect with us week in, week out. And then the last thing is over Zoom. Here's the meeting ID, so you guys can all see it. If you need to, take your phone out and take like a screenshot of that. If you're watching live already, do the little print screen or just write the numbers down. That is the number which you can connect with your growth group for the Zoom meeting. Week in, week out, every group is going to have a mobile device so that you can connect with them over Zoom and actually be connected with your groups. Because that's what we need right now. We all need connection, right? We don't need just more entertainment. If you need that, just throw on Netflix or something, right? If you actually want to connect with human beings, you got to actually see a human being's face. And so that's what we're trying to do as best as we can, is create a space for you to connect with each other. So with that, Baco, we've done a lot of talking. I think it's time for a little bit of fun. Let's play a game. What's this game called, Baco?
This game is called Face It Challenge, and
Face It Challenge. We're going to get this thing set up. So let me explain how this game works as Baco gets this thing set up for us. All right? So how this will work is two people are going to come up. You'll get a mirror, a little hand mirror, and we're going to give you a face that you have to make. All right? So you'll have a couple seconds to look in the mirror, make the face. I'll count 3, 2, 1. You drop the mirror, making your face at the other person. First person to crack a smile or break their face, like lose their face, loses, and the other person wins a prize. Baco, let's do a little example. Okay, you pick out the face that we're going to make, and I'll show you guys how this is done. Pick one of these faces.
double chin.
All right, we're going to make double chin. All right, you guys ready? Double chin. Make your face, Baco.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
I can't do it. I'm not good at this. Baco's got a little lip quiver going on here. Like, oh my gosh. All right, so anyways, this game is ridiculous. That's how it's going to work. Okay, does anybody want to come up and compete against someone else? All right, I need a show of hands. Anybody willing to come up and play? This is the one time throughout the night you can take a mask down. Anybody going to play? Okay, Andrea, get up here. Anybody want to take on Andrea? Christian, get up here. All right, Christian and Andrea are going to do this. Hold on, let's wipe these things down, make sure that they're safe, sanitized. You guys are good to go. Baca, can you grab me one?
Yep.
Perfect, thank you. All right, Christian, come over here. You're going to be on this side. All right, Christian, here's your thing. You can take your mask down for right now. I'll step back here. Baca, you picked ours. I'm going to pick theirs. Okay? All right, you guys ready for this? Okay, this one's good. This is a good one. Let's go creepy smile. Okay, creepy smile. Make your creepy smile. Take a couple seconds. Make it. Get your face ready. Get your face ready. All right, 3, 2, 1, drop it. Okay, Andrea's already gone. She's like laughing before this even started. Andrea, oh my gosh. All right, Christian, nicely done. Nice job. All right, anybody want to take on Baco? Baco beat me in this. Anybody want to take on Baco? Here we go. Anyone going to take on Baco? Anyone going to take him on? And here we go. Last chance. All right, Baco, you and I are going to do one more round of this. This is stupid entertainment. Nobody's going to play with us. So, you won the last one. I'm going to pick ours this time. You won the last time, Mr. Double Chin. All right, let's go. I like this. So let's go stunned turtle. A stunned turtle. All right, make your face.
Wait, hold on.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. I can't do it. Oh my gosh. I'm like sweating right now. I'm sweating from holding my face. This was ridiculous. All right, Baco, that's enough of this game. This was absolutely ridiculous. Let's clean this thing up. All right, give it up for Baco, who's clearly better at this game than I am. Baco, you take the cake for face holding. You faced it challenged on me. All right, you guys. All right, now I'm like sweating and exhausted from that game. Oh, like I've got like the eye sweats. That's how much I've been doing this. That's tears, but that's not tears. Weird. Oh my. All right. Well, you guys, again, my name is Brian. I'm so excited that you guys are here. This week, tonight, week 1, we are actually going to start right off the bat with a brand new series that we're calling Relationship Goals. You guys are all familiar with the hashtag relationship goals, right? Yeah, hashtag relationship goals. It's like, what I didn't realize until this last week, did you know that the hashtag relationship goals has been trending since 2014? Since 2014, the hashtag relationship goals has been trending. To put that into context, 12th graders, since you were going into 6th grade, you have been being told how to have dating relationships via a hashtag, okay? This, like your whole life, the hashtag relationship goals. So I thought it would be fun to actually look at some of the most liked hashtag relationship goals, all right? So we're going to put these on the screen. These aren't like the top necessarily, but these are up there as some of the most liked hashtag relationship goals, okay? So go to the first one. Here's the first, hashtag relationship goals. It says, a kiss on the forehead is one of the sweetest things in the world. And they're not kissing on the forehead, which is ironic and weird. So there's that one. Okay, let's go to the next one. Hashtag relationship goals. Okay, but everybody look closely. She's literally falling out of the car. Like, is she trying to get away from this guy? Are they moving? Are they not? Like, who does that? Like, here, let me kiss you, but lean back. Don't fall, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. This is a weird one to me. I didn't like this. Let's go to the next one. Hashtag relationship goals. There's no way that guy's actually doing that. There's no way that's happening. That's not real life, you guys. That ain't actually happening. Relationship goals. Here, kiss me. And you know he's like doing this thing? Like there's nothing relationship romantic about this. That's not happening. And then the last one, this is my favorite one. Hashtag relationship goals. For some of you, this is the epitome. This is it. T-shirts with your dog's face on it. Oh my goodness. Hashtag relationship goals. Relationship goals. So we're going to be in this series for a couple weeks. We're going to be talking about, specifically, we're going to be talking about dating relationships. But here's the deal. Some of you, Some of you are not in dating relationships. Some of you have no desire to be in dating relationships. And that's okay. Because all of the principles that we're going to be talking about in this series, Relationship Goals, they work for all relationships. The principles that we're going to be talking specifically in the context of dating here, you can apply these to your friendships. You can apply these to relationships with your parents or with your siblings or your coaches or your teacher. The principles from this series are universal. We're just going to take this and really hone in, focus in on dating relationships. So, one thing that I know about all of you, and myself included in this, one of the things, and I know this, you know this, we all know this, one of the things that I know is that relationships are in the back of everyone's minds. All right, now you can try to disagree, but they're in the back of and here's how I know this, is because every song is about relationships. Every movie is about relationships. The way that you dress, the very fashion designers that create the clothes that you wear have relationships in mind to make you more attractive to that special someone. Right? Like everything that we do, it revolves around relationships. And when you're in a relationship, the only thing you ever talk about is being in a relationship. And the other thing I know is that nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to hear about your relation, because nobody wants to know or look at someone else's relationship goals. We all want to be relationship goals. Like that's who we are. That's like the very nature of relationships, that we want each of us to be relationship goals. But here's what I need you to know about relationship goals. And this is like the underlying principle for everything we're going to talk about over the next 3 weeks. If you want to be relationship goals, you need to have relationship goals. Okay, I'm going to say that again. If you want to be relationship goals, you need to have relationship goals, right? You can't just assume that you'll walk through life and just navigate relationships just because you're so awesome at life, and then you're just going to suddenly have these relationships that everyone's aspiring to be like. Like, that's not real life. That's not how it works, right? If you want to be relationship goals, you actually need to have relationship goals. Now, in the Bible, there's this guy named Paul. If you've been around church, you hear about this guy all the time, because Paul is a guy that wrote the majority of the New Testament in our Bible, all right? And this guy, Paul, he writes not these books, but these letters, right? When you read the New Testament, you're reading a lot of these letters that this guy, Paul, writes to all these different groups of Jesus followers. And in one of these letters, he writes to this group of Jesus followers called Philippians, right? And in this, he kind of goes on this like weird rant where he's telling these Philippians of like, hey, here's what I used to value. Here's what I used to think was awesome. Here's what I used to think were my relationship goals, right? I used to be like the ish, right? Like I used to be it. Like that, I was that guy. I had everything that I wanted. I lived in the right place. I dressed the right. Like he's going on this long rant of all the great things that he used to be that would make him like the best dude. And then all of a sudden, he takes this like hard left turn and shifts the whole conversation. He goes, in Philippians 3, he says, I once thought these things were valuable, but now I consider them worthless because of what Christ has done. Yes, everything else is worthless when compared with the infinite value of knowing Christ Jesus my Lord. For his sake, I have discarded everything else, counting it all as garbage, so that I could gain Christ and become one with him. I no longer count on my own righteousness through obeying the law. Rather, I become righteous through faith in Christ. For God's way of making us right with himself depends on faith. And here's the big piece that I want you to listen to. Here's the big piece that I want you to hear. He says, hold on, I lost my spot now. Where am I? He says, oh, I flipped the page. That's why. Thank you, Andrea. I heard you. He said, I no longer count these things. He says, I want to know Christ and experience the mighty power that raised him from the dead. I want to suffer with him. I want to suffer with him. That's messed up. I want to suffer with him, sharing in his death, so that one way or another, I will experience the resurrection from the dead. Now, here's what all this means. What Paul is doing here is he's telling us what his number one relationship is. The number one relationship that Paul wants in his life is his relationship with Jesus. That's his number one thing. That is above all other relationships, that's his number one. And then he goes on this rant about what his goals are for that relationship, right? What his, like literally, what his relationship goals for Jesus are. And he tells us, he says, I want to know Christ. And not like know him like, hey, I've been stalking his Instagram. Like, I want to actually know who this guy is. I want to know Christ. I want to experience his mighty power. He actually wants to have an experience with Jesus to the point where he's willing to suffer. And not just willing, he says, I want to suffer because he knows Jesus suffered. So if he can suffer like Jesus, he'll get to know Jesus even better. He says, I want to live this like resurrection kind of life, like this kind of life that Jesus lived. That Paul, he essentially says, this is my relationship goal. It's with Jesus, and that's what it looks like. But let me ask you, those are all the things that Paul wants. Will he ever reach his relationship goal if he just lives his life like everyone else lives? No, of course not. Right? Will Paul reach his relationship goals if instead of taking time to actually connect with Jesus and pray with Jesus, he just instead would rather, swipe through TikTok? No, right? Of course, like he's not going to reach his relationship goal if that's what he's doing. But is Paul going to ever reach his relationship goal if the only time he ever thinks about Jesus is when he's at church? No, right? Of course not. Because Paul knows something that all of us actually know. And that's that if you have a goal, or in our case, a relationship goal, you have to take aim. You have to take aim. You have to aim the most crucial parts of your life at that goal. That if you want to actually reach the goal, you need to take aim. In fact, that's the title of tonight's message, is take aim. Take aim at your relationship goals. And see, Paul does this. He tells us, he gives us a little bit of detail into what this actually means to take aim. So he has this relationship goal, right? It's with Jesus, and he says, here's all the things that I want out of this. This is my relationship goal. And then he says, no, dear brothers and sisters, I have not achieved it. In other words, I haven't reached this relationship goal yet, right? I haven't actually gotten there yet. I have this goal, but that's not my reality right now. I'm just not, I haven't achieved it yet. But I focus on this one thing. In other words, I take aim. I take aim, right? I focus on this one thing. I take all of my life and I hone in this one direction. I focus in on this one thing. I take aim. I focus in on this one thing. He says, forgetting the past and looking forward to what lies ahead. Forgetting the past and looking forward to what lies ahead. Forgetting the past. I am absolutely convinced that for some of you, this is the word that you came to hear tonight. Forgetting the past. You see, for some of you, when you think about your past, especially when it comes to relationships, your past is the thing that you are least proud of. When it comes to your past, ooh, Baco, what is that? When it comes to your past, it may just be the part of your life that you carry the most hurt, or that you carry the most regret, or you carry the deepest wounds or the deepest heartbreaks from your life is in your past. Because for you, that's your story. And maybe for some of you, you're in the place where your past is the thing that keeps defining your future. That maybe even in your friendships, for some of you, you can look behind you at a whole string of friendships that are no longer there. Because, yeah, they used to be your friend, but then some drama happened, and so now they're not your friend anymore. But then you found a new friend, but then some drama happened, and now they're your friend anymore. And so then you found a new friend, but then some drama happened, and now they're not your friend anymore. But then you found a new friend, and then some drama happened, but now they're not your friend anymore. And so then you found a new friend. And what maybe you don't realize, what you're not seeing, is that you keep letting your past define your future. You keep doing the same thing, expecting different results, when the one common denominator in all of those friendships is you. And for some of you, that's what your dating relationships look like. That for some of you, you look to the past in your dating relationships and you keep dating the same person, he just has a different name this time. Right? You keep dating the same person, she just has a different face and a little bit of a different haircut. Right? She's a little bit shorter than the last one. But you keep making the same choices, dating the same kinds of people, expecting that your future is going to look different because you're not putting the past behind you. But what I need you to know is that Jesus will never let your past define your future. That when you choose to follow Jesus, when you choose to trust Jesus with your life and move in his direction, he will always take you into something new. Because that's what Jesus does, is he makes you new. And he begins to transform you. Now, yes, there are still going to be consequences for your past choices, right? Like, that's just reality. That's real life. But with Jesus, there's always hope to move forward. There's always hope to transform into something new, to take on a new path and have a new relationship goal. So he says, forgetting the past and looking forward to what lies ahead, right? Looking forward to what lies ahead. And I think that looking forward to what lies ahead, I think that's the difference between people who want relationship goals and people who have relationship goals. Because, you see, people who just want relationship goals, right, they might put the past behind them, and that's great, that's fine. But they're so focused on what feels good in the moment. They might have these goals in their minds, but they're not going to actually aim anything at those goals. They're not going to actually move in that direction. Instead, they're just going to do what feels good right now, right in this moment, right? Whatever I'm feeling right in this season, right in this moment, that's just what I'm going to do because it feels good, it feels right. Even if it's not towards my goal, it just feels, because I'm not looking to the future. You see, Baco, he brought out all these desserts for us. Now, you can't eat any of these. Sorry, that was mean. But I can. I shouldn't, right? I shouldn't eat all these. But I could if I wanted to. I shouldn't, but I could. But you see, I actually have this goal of mine ever since I had kids. My oldest Daniel and my youngest Luke, they're 2 and 4 years old. And one of the goals, one of my relationship goals with them is that I always want to be strong and healthy enough to be able to run around with them and play with them. Right? I want to do that. I want to be healthy. I want to be strong for them. And so I try not to eat too many desserts. In fact, I mean, to just be honest with you guys, I'm not much of a dessert guy. I'm more of like the sweet, savory kind of food guy, but I did not eat dinner tonight. And right now, these look real good. I'm going to be honest with you guys. These look delicious. I know that they don't, I know that I shouldn't. I know that they don't get me towards my goal, but I mean, they look good. These look really good, all right? I mean, I shouldn't, but I'm gonna have one cookie, all right? I'm only gonna have one though. Just the, yeah, this is one. Well, okay, they're not great. They're kind of, they're good, they're okay. They're not chewy, I like chewy. These aren't very chewy. But, okay, so the cookies were not great. If these aren't great, I don't want to leave on a bad dessert note. That's real good. Now, if you know me, you know that I'm a sucker for sprinkles. I can do sprinkles all day long. These cupcakes have sprinkles. Oh, they got sprinkles. They got sprinkles on the inside of these sprinkles. Look at this. I'll just have one. What? I did not expect that. They got cream filling on the inside. Oh, baby now. You got sprinkles and filling. That's good. That's a good dessert. Right here. The cookies are not good. But these cupcakes, those are solid. Those are good cupcakes. The sprinkles, you guys. But did you see these donuts? Yeah. Did you see these donuts? We got chocolate. We got glazed. Look at these glazed donuts. I don't know what this is. What is that? Powdered? Oh, that guy just Corona'd all over this. We got some powder. They smell good. Oh, they smell really good. They smell like apple fritter, so I'm going to try one of these ones. Oh. I don't like this one as much. I'm going to switch out for a chocolate. That was not very good. I'll do a chocolate one because I know that I like chocolate. Chocolate is always good. So let's be, you're good. I'm a fan of those ones. Baco, I don't know where you went. But you're either my best friend or you're the devil. I'm not sure. These are mini cheesecakes. I got the little mini cheesecakes here. Oh, baby now. There's 3 different flavors. There's these ones. Those are good. I know, I'm not going to not try them. Okay, those are really good. These are like plain normal ones. Also, a little bit of this one. Yeah, look at how gooey that is. It's like, yeah. Those are good. Not as good as the other one. I like the other one better. And there's strawberries. The strawberry ones look real good. Strawberries or raspberries? Only one way to find out. Raspberries. Those are raspberries. That's good dessert. Oh, baby. The raspberries are my favorite. No, I shouldn't. But it's chocolate cake now. Baco, you didn't even bring me a fork. All right, I'm gonna try it. I don't know how to even try. I just get it. Get at it. The chocolate cake is okay. That's not bad. That's okay. That's not all over, but it's good chocolate cake. That chocolate cake is something. It's better than the other ones. Maybe not the cheesecake. The cheesecake was good, but the chocolate cake is good. So I like the chocolate cake. It's pretty good. Now, it's all over me. All right, well, now it's still all over me. Now, I told you guys that I had a goal to be healthy and strong for my boys, and I shouldn't eat crap like this. But I just couldn't help it. Because I stopped caring about my goal and I started doing what just felt good and right in the moment, right? I'm going to be honest with you right now, I do not feel good at all after that. I kind of feel sick. I feel sick. I am definitely less healthy than I was just a couple of minutes ago. I got a lot of regret, and my tummy's telling me I got a lot of regret right now. And I look kind of like a fool. I look like an idiot. I got chocolate all over me. And I do that, and I show you that, because for some of you, that's how you approach relationships. That instead of aiming at a goal for your future that will take you somewhere you want to be, you just do relationships however feels right in the moment. That you'll just date whoever happens to be in front of you at the moment. And that when you're with them, you'll just do whatever seems good and right in the moment. And you know this. If that's how you choose to do relationships, you get to the end of them, and you look back and you feel sick. You're less healthy than you were when you started. You're full of regret, and you look like a fool. And for so many of us, this is the picture of our relationships. But I'm telling you that with Jesus, there's hope for something better. That God has something better in store, for your relationships than that. I got a tummy ache. I told you guys. That's for real right now. Paul, he goes on this rant. He says, forgetting the past and looking forward to what lies ahead. And then he tells us this. He says, I press on to reach the end of the race and receive the heavenly prize for which God, through Christ Jesus, is calling us. See, what I need you to know is that God has a heavenly prize in store for you and your relationships. That there's a heavenly prize that God has for you. That you don't have to do relationships the way everyone else does. Your relationships don't have to be full of regret. Your relationships don't have to make you full of shame and make you feel like you don't measure up. Because God has a relationship that is better for you. That God has more that he's calling you to in your relationships than maybe what you've settled for in the past. So let's get real practical here, okay? Let's actually get like down to the nitty-gritty. What are some good God-honoring relationship goals, right? If you're here and you're a follower of Jesus, what does it actually look like to have a relationship goal worth having? So let's start with a big one. Are you ready for this? Not having sex is a dumb relationship goal. That is a bad relationship goal. This is if not having sex is a bad, and I shouldn't say this. I'm the church guy. I shouldn't be telling you that that's a bad idea, that that's a bad goal. But I'm telling you, not having sex is a terrible relationship goal. And I know this because this was my relationship goal when I was in high school. This is the thing that I was told that I should have as my relationship goal. This is the standard. Don't have sex. But you see, for me, hey, don't have sex. Great, easy. But what? Everything else is on the table. Everything else is just fine. And even though I know that it's probably not, I can justify it because at least it's not having sex. But again, can we just be real and honest with each other here? I mean, we're human beings, right? You're telling me that when everything else is on the table, and now the only thing that's left is sex, you're going to be like, no, I got self-control. It's cool. Nope, not doing that. No! Right? Like, that's just not real life. We're human beings. You don't just stop. Like, that's not how that works. Not having sex is a dumb relationship goal. Can I give you a better one? If you're looking for a better relationship goal, what about honoring God and others with your body? That's a better relationship goal. Choosing to honor God and others with your body. And if you want to take it another step further, how about honoring other people's bodies with your body? How about honoring yourself with your body? Now, because see, when that's your goal, when that's your relationship goal, now every part of your life is going to look different. How you choose to live is different because now every piece of who you are, you're saying, God, when you look at this body, is this honoring to you? When you look at this choice, is this honoring to you? And when you look to other people, you now have the filter to say, is this going to be honoring to them? And will it be honoring to my future them? Right? This is a better relationship goal, to honor God and to honor others with your body. Okay, let's give you another one. This is one I hear a lot, and it makes me giggle a little bit, but finding my soulmate is a dumb relationship goal. That is, again, not a good relationship goal. Now, don't mishear me here. Wanting to find your soulmate, great. I hope that someday each and every one of you finds your soulmate, okay? I hope that for you. But having that as a relationship goal is not helpful. Because what ends up happening is that when you're trying to find your soulmate, that's your relationship goal, you end up putting an expectation on this magical somebody that they have to look a certain way and be a certain way and talk a certain way and act a certain way. And all of a sudden, the whole expectation is on them being someone and you not having to take any responsibility for who you are. Finding my soulmate is a dumb relationship goal. Can I give you a better one? A better relationship goal might be to become the kind of person that's attractive to the right kind of person. That's wordy. I'm going to say it again. Becoming the kind of person that is attractive to the right kind of person. Right? You see, this relationship goal means that the way that you dress, the way that you talk, the way that you live, the way that you act, the way you spend your money, the way that you live your life, that everything about who you are, you now have a vision in mind for who you're actually becoming. Because you're not just going to be like everyone else and just say, yeah, I'll just kind of put myself out there and whoever is attracted to me, cool, like, we'll just do that then. Like, that's not helpful. And that's not honoring to God. And it's certainly not honoring to the people around you. But becoming the kind of person that is attractive to the right kind of people is infinitely helpful. This is a really crude analogy, so like forgive the like not helpfulness of this. Like just track with what I am saying on this. Fishing, all right? Fishing. If you're fishing for a sunfish, you don't throw out a lure that's 4 feet long, right? That's not going to be helpful. And if you're fishing for a shark, you don't put a piece of corn on the end of a hook and hope that you catch a shark, right? That's not helpful. You have to actually be attractive to the kind of person that you are trying to catch, the kind of person that you actually want to be in a relationship with. Does that make sense? You see, this whole idea of soulmate, this whole concept here, you guys are going to get a chance next week. We're going to unpack this even a little bit further. My wife, Abby, is going to be speaking. You guys are in for a serious treat. But next week, we're going to dig a little bit further into just this whole idea of what it means to find that person or to be with that one person. So I gave you two. Let me give you one last relationship goal, okay? Just one last. And this one is specifically for those of you who are major future planners. This is for you who have been thinking about your wedding day since you were a tiny little kid, right? Being married is a bad relationship goal. That's a dumb relationship goal. In fact, I'm absolutely convinced that is the reason why so many people end up getting divorced, is because their goal was simply to be married. Not with who or how that would look or what, but the mentality is, if I get married, then my problems will be solved. If I get married, then I will be complete. If I get married, then my world will come back together. And that's just not true, right? Can I give you a better relationship goal for those of you who are big future planners? What about having a marriage that honors God and blesses others? That's a good relationship goal. To have a marriage where when you and your spouse are together, God looks at that and goes, what you guys are doing, who you guys are, that's awesome. I'm so proud of that. That when you come together, you become a stronger blessing to the people around you. Not just because you're walking around sprinkling awesome on everyone, right? But because the way that you live is actually blessing other people. That you're actually becoming the answer to prayers for other people. That you're being generous with your finances. That you're actually serving other people. That you're using your words to encourage people. That you now have a partner to be blessing others with. Now, see, I could go on and on and on and on with these relationship goals. But the point is this. Take aim. Take aim. You have to be aiming your relationships at something. Then when you have your relationship goal, you have to direct your life. You have to take aim and move in that direction. Because remember, if you want to be relationship goals, you need to have relationship goals. Now, there's one last piece that Paul points out that I just want to bring to our attention as we kind of wrap this up. Paul tells us this. I got chocolate in my Bible now, man. Okay, I don't know how that got there. Okay, he says this. Paul says, but we must hold on to the progress we have already made. We must hold on to the progress that we've already made. This is what I want to leave you with tonight. When it comes to relationships, you will not be perfect. You are going to screw it up, and I am too. We will not be perfect. But relationship goals are about progression, not perfection. Relationship goals are about progression, not perfection. You see, this whole journey towards relationship goals, we have something that we're aiming at, but we're not going to get it right 100% of the time. You won't. It's not going to happen because you're not perfect. In fact, that's the very reason why Jesus isn't just nice, but he's necessary. That's why you and I need Jesus, because we're not perfect. And what Jesus does is he takes all of our crap, all of our crud, all of our mistakes, all of our dumb choices, and he puts the past behind us. He forgives us for those things. And he makes you a new person. That when you give your life to Jesus, you are new. That's who you are. And now you begin the progression. You begin the journey of being transformed to be more and more like that new person that you really truly are. That's what Jesus is all about. And it's the same thing with relationship goals. And when you choose to give your relationships to Jesus and say, Jesus, you need to guide me, he will begin to transform you, and you will begin the progression towards having relationships that honor Jesus. You see, if you want to be relationship goals, you need to have relationship goals. And the most important relationship that you could have relationship goals for is your relationship with Jesus. And now here's what I know. It's that for me, for most of my life, especially in high school, I would be all about my walk with Jesus. And then the summer would come, and I would forget all about my faith. I'd kind of put my walk with Jesus on the back burner. And then the fall would kick up, and I'd come back to church, and I'd be about Jesus again. And what I know is that this pandemic hasn't helped that at all. And so maybe for you tonight, maybe you already have this relationship with Jesus, but if you're just really honest, maybe you have put your walk with Jesus on the back burner, that you've kind of just forgotten about it. That maybe you have these goals for your relationship with Jesus, but you have not been taking aim. And so tonight, my invitation for you is simply take aim. It's time for you tonight to start making those choices that actually move you back into the direction of Jesus that you want to be moving in and that he's calling you into. Now, for others of you, maybe you don't yet have a relationship with Jesus. And this whole conversation tonight maybe has been helpful for you, maybe it hasn't. But tonight, I simply want to invite you to this, that if you do not yet have a relationship with Jesus, I want to invite you to start that tonight. And it's real simple. That when you want to take that step of faith, to say yes to Jesus, it's a simple prayer. Jesus, I give you my life. That's it. Jesus, I give you my life. Now, see, there's a much bigger conversation that you're going to need to have with Jesus after that, but that's the first step. And so tonight, if that's you, and you need to pray that prayer, I want to invite you to pray that with me. Jesus, I give you my life. Now tonight, if you took that step of faith, I don't want you to keep that to yourself. Because Jesus calls us to a public faith. Not a faith that, hey, my relationship with Jesus, it's me and him behind closed doors, locked up, and we'll never talk about it again. That's not walking with Jesus. That's not a relationship with Jesus. You see, we do this relationship together. We do this walk with Jesus together. We move towards progression and transformation together. And so tonight, if you took that step of faith, I would ask that you'd come find me, you'd find one of your leaders, and you'd let us know that you took that step of faith tonight. But what I want to do is I want to pray for us. As we go into a time of worship and being sung over, a time of reflection, a time to pause and remember, man, I am loved by Jesus. Jesus, what is it tonight that I can do to love you better? Let me pray for us. Jesus, I thank you so much that you desire a relationship with us. That being in relationship with you, Jesus, isn't something that we have to try to manipulate or twist your arm or try to get you to like us, because Jesus, you love us just the way that we are. Before we ever change, before we ever transform, before we ever take a step towards you, you already love us. And so Jesus, tonight I ask that you would meet us right where we're at, that we would experience your love, that we would get to know you more, that we would begin living this relationship with you today, not tomorrow, not a week from now, not a year from now, but that right here, right now, we take another step closer to you, and that Jesus, you would speak in to our relationships. Jesus, we give them to you. In your name, amen. Amen. As we begin this series of relationship goals, I'm hoping that over the next 3 weeks, your mind begins to change about relationships. And maybe not just dating relationships, but with your friends as well, with your siblings, your parents, with the people in your life that you know your relationship with them needs the most transformation. That's my prayer for each of you tonight. And tonight you get a chance to go into your growth groups and talk about practically what it means for you personally to take aim, to actually have that relationship goal and begin aiming your life at it. So after this, you'll have a chance to go to your growth groups. If you are watching live, give us 5 minutes after the live stream has happened and then log into Zoom. The Zoom ID will be shown here in just a minute. So make sure that you log in, you tune into Zoom that way, and you can connect to your growth group from there. But I think for right now, we need to do a raffle for those of you guys who came and updated your stuff. Kate, I see you in the back. Do you have the bat? Yeah, Kate's got the basket. All right, Kate, bring that up here. We are going to do our raffle. And if you didn't know already, this raffle is for a $20 Chick-fil-A gift card. So that's what we're going to do. I know if you're connecting, watching this online, sorry, I got nothing for you. This is going to be for those of you who met in person. Let's do a little shuffle up here. This one? Yes? This one or the next one? This one? Next one? This one? This one? This one? We'll do this one. Okay, here we go. Here's our winner. Everybody get your raffle ticket out. The winner is, check your numbers, 464 0 1 7. Who's got it? Who's got it? I'm looking. Did anybody got that one? 0 1 7 are the last numbers. If no one's going to claim it, I'm going to grab another one. Last chance. Going once. Going twice. Kate, I need another one. Nobody's claiming this one. Okay, get out of town. Quick. Quick like bunny. Kate's already got one for us. Say it again? Well, we know the first. I know, but that's what builds the suspense. Are you guys ready? 464. See the suspense that happened there? That's so good. 464 0 3 4. Who's got it? 0 3 4. Yeah, there we go, Caleb. Here we go. Whew. That was pretty good. I got it right at him. All right, that was good. So, if you're new with us, the way that we end every night here at Redeemer Youth with our high schoolers is by taking our steps. So here's what you're going to do. I'm going to invite you to stand right where you're at. We're going to put some words on the screen here. If you're watching online, I would encourage you to stand where you're at. You'll have the words as well. We're going to read these out loud together. We'll count down 3, 2, 1, and take a big step forward. After that, I will tell you where your growth groups are going. So here we go. Let's take our step. Each week, we take a step to signify our continuing walk with Jesus Christ. 3, 2, 1, step. Hey, thank you guys for being here. It's time for growth groups. Hey, if you're here in person, hang tight really quick. I'll tell you where you are going, all right? So, if you are in person, and leaders, this is where I need you to go. If you are a ninth grader,